As you can see on the screen, today for class you'll need your ELA notebook, a writing utensil, and Memoir draft number 3. Now if you haven't gotten that back yet, you can get that after getting today's instruction. What we're going to do today is we're going to cover our final writing lesson on good titles. I'll give you an introduction with a sample, you'll do some drafting, and then it will be time for you guys to type your revisions and get closer to that final turn-in date tomorrow. Our learning target is I can strengthen and develop my writing through trying a new approach. The approach we're going to try today is trying to give our memoir a great, beautiful, and intriguing title. Good titles. What do good titles do? Well, like a good lead, good titles make a reader curious. They make a reader want to move on. A good title is memorable. It whets our appetites. It opens a door to the piece that follows. Think about the memoirs that we've read in class so far. The Way Out, Cold as Ice, The Magic Sweater, Airball. We don't want just to slap a label on our writing. These labels might fit, but they're not good choices. Why? Because good titles intrigue the reader. It makes the reader curious about what's going to follow. I'll show you an example that will help illustrate what I mean. This is a poem written years ago by a student named Aaron. A beautiful poem. Just follow along as I read. I pull the sleeping bags out of a closet filled with winter jackets. Under everything, I find it, the aged box, finally. Dragging it onto the bed, I pore through it, my mind full of questions. All these photos, my family. I wonder who these people are. I flip through, looking for something I need to find, something my heart needs to know. But what is it? Who are these people? I need to know. I need to know. I pull from the box a worn, brown photo album. I wiggle my toes with excitement. I touch the captions that some ancestor has written in white pen on black paper, showing up like stars in a dark night. My eyes devour the faces, like images from black and white TV. Pictures of houses and yards, too, and faces, more faces, all strangers. Yellowed newspaper clippings of relatives, every one of them smiling. All these things I find. Postcards, baby books, letters, report cards, maps, photographs. Treasure to me. I want to take it in all at once, but I can't. So, one piece of history at a time, I pick up the past and live it. That was Erin's finished piece, and she had a working title slapped onto that poem called The Box in the Closet. It's called a working title because that was what she had put on it earlier, just to describe the experience. It was about a box that she found in a closet at home. Now that title fits, but it's really just what I would call an uninteresting label. There's no intrigue with The Box in the Closet. There's no creativity with The Box in the Closet. It's just a label. So she drafted, which is what you guys are going to do today. But before she drafted, she was given some guidelines to figure out how to draft correctly and creatively. This half sheet is going to be handed out right now. Once it is handed out, we will read through it together. You can stop the video until you read through these 10 bullet points together as a class. So again, we want to make sure that we are drafting creatively and intentionally. So, Erin did just that. Okay? She went to a new sheet of paper, just like it says in bullet 10, and using those other guidelines, here is what she drafted for her poem, which was titled The Box in the Closet. Strangers, faces, finding the past, questions, questions, faded past, heart's quest, picking up the past, treasure hunt, just wondering. After she drafted these 9 titles or so, she felt like she had it. And you can hear these titles are much more interesting, much more intriguing. Any guess what title she ended up choosing? Erin ended up calling this poem Treasure Hunt, which fits. The things she found in that box were a treasure to her as she hunted for clues about her family's past. So here's what you guys are going to be doing today. You're going to draft multiple titles for your memoir, just like Erin did. You can use the half sheet that was handed out to draft. Again, come up with many titles, not just one. Play around with it. Multiple titles will eventually help you find something that you like best. Once you've got a title that you like, then move on to step 2. Open your memoir in Google Classroom. You can check in with your partner from yesterday if needed, if you have questions about editing marks that they gave you. As you go back to your draft, B, add your improved title. C, revise your memoir based on peer feedback. Fix spelling corrections, grammar, punctuation, capitalization, and other feedback given. And D, work to complete your final draft. If you finish all of that today, move on to the then step. Read your final draft carefully. Edit any final errors. Of course, at the end of the hour, we'll put Chromebooks away and get ready for tomorrow's class. At this time, you can stop the video and move on to the next slide, which will indicate which computers students are to use today.